Hello guys, welcome back to the tutorial. And right now what we are going to do is, let me show you guys. So if the where it is, if the user logins into his account, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and if the user logs in successfully, yeah, now it will work. And if the user logs in successfully, what will happen is he can able to use the app. And suppose if the user unfortunately closes the app and if he tries to enter the again, he need to enter the password again. So instead of this, we have a feature called checkbox, remember me checkbox. If the user checks on this checkbox, that is remember me, he can able to log in without entering his password and phone number. For that function, we are going to work on this tutorial. So we are going to work on this remember me checkbox alone in this tutorial. So let us see how to do it. To do so, we have a library called Paper Library. So this is called Paper Library, and you can go to Google and search for Paper Library, GitHub, or something like that. So we can get this link. Switch off. Yeah, now it's fine. My battery is low, and yeah, in this library, the short form of this library is Paper is a fast, no SQL like storage for Java or Kotlin objects on Android with automatic schema migration support. So what this library does is this library is used to store some small values in the phone memory, that is internal storage. It is possible to store it in internal storage without any SQL or any database reference. So it will store it in our memory internal storage and we can able to retrieve it when we need it. So for do that, what we need to do is, yeah, what we can do is we need to implement this dependency, and it has various functions which we can use using this library. And what we can do is, if you want to go through all this, you can go through. And what for now time being, we can just copy this dependency. And what we have done is we have already we have implemented this library right here. That is, on the beginning of the tutorial itself, we have implemented all the libraries which are required for this application. So here it is, the Paper library. If you have not added this library, you can copy this library and you can paste it right here and you can sync the project. So the library is being added. So right now what we are going to do is we need to get the Paper. First we need to initialize the Paper. No, first we need to initialize the checkbox. I think it's here. Yeah, it's remember me checkbox, and we need to initialize the checkbox here. Private checkbox. It should be ray. I mean, it should be this one. com.ray.material.widget. Checkbox. Checkbox. Remember me. And we need to initialize it right here. Checkbox remember me equal to find me by id or dot id dot. We have only one checkbox right here. So we have, after initializing this checkbox, we need to initialize the Paper function. Paper function dot init. We need to initialize it in this class. And after initializing, what we want to do is, so if checkbox dot is checked, if the checkbox is checked, what we need to do is we need to write Paper dot book dot write. We need to write what we need to write as, guys. So I have already written this in the previous, for time being I have written this already. So what these two strings will do is it will get the phone number, that is this phone number. Let me show you. Let me show you that. This string will get the value of this phone number and this password will get the value of this password, and these two strings will be stored in the phone memory so we can access it later. So for that we need to give it as public static string user phone key is equal to user phone. This user phone and the user password are uh, default value. I mean, for time being we have written some value. You can write anything here, guys. It's not a problem. And after writing this one, what we want to do is we want to write at prevalent dot user phone key. What should be in phone key? We should write the phone number in phone key, and same for password also. So for password, we need to password. Yeah, we need to write the password. It's nothing. So if the checkbox is checked, the user is the phone number and password will be written to this paper library, and it will be stored in the internal storage. And after storing this, whenever the user enters this main activity, he should be automatically logged in to the home activity of the current user. To do that, we need to shift over to main activity. So we can go to now main activity where it is. Yeah, here it is. Here is our main activity. Now here what we need to do is we need to initialize the paper here also. Paper dot init. We need to initialize the paper in this activity. And below this join now button, what we can do is we can create two strings for storing it in this activity. We have stored that in that activity, now with this main activity. So we need one more time. There we have written, where it is? We have written, right. Here we are going to read it. We are going to paper dot book dot read. We are going to read the user phone key for phone, and the password is for password. String password equal to paper dot book dot read prevalent dot. We need to get the password, and we have written when we have checked the tick box, and we are going to read it in the main activity if it is available. If these both are not, if the checkbox is not checked, the value of this phone, I mean the value of this phone and this password will be null. So to do that, we can just check it. If phone dot equals, if the phone is equals to null, not equal to null, and password is also not equals to null, then we can create one more if function. Text details dot is empty of phone, that is if it is not empty, if it is not empty, the phone is not empty and the password is not empty, what we can do is, let me save guys, wait a minute, is empty of password. If it is not empty, both are not empty means we can create a method, same method, authorize user. We are going to pass two parameters, phone and password, right here, and we can just create this method, and we can just, what we're going to do is we are just going to copy this from here to here, copy it, and we need to paste it right here. Yeah, now it's done. For parent db name, it's users, because we have database as users, so it should be in same spelling. If the spelling is wrong, your application won't work. So we need to make variables final, and we have, for instead of login we have main activity. What we can do is copy it, paste it, paste it, and for progress dialog we can just copy that also, where it is. Yeah, here's the progress dialog. Copy it and paste it and paste it, and copy this too and copy this too. And what we have is we need to copy this, and we can paste it right below this function. Whenever the function is called, the progress dialog is being called. So yeah, please wait while we are okay. Everything is already logged in. We can change the checks to already the user is logged in. So we can write it as already logged in. Yeah, now everything was fine. So now let us create a logout button also. What do we do? Just drag a button at the center. Why it's not drawing? Ah, yeah, here it is. Our button is here, relative layout. We can just center in parent group. Just we can center in parent. We can backspace it. The button for time being, let it be button. We will be deleting this activity, don't worry guys. And what we are going to do is we need a home activity. We can just private button, just button for time being, because we are going to delete this activity later. So button dot set on quick listener, new on quick listener, and for here what we are going to do is we are going to destroy it. Paper dot book dot destroy. If the user clicks on this button, the entire I mean these values will become to null. That is, yeah, it becomes to null, and the user has to enter the password and email again. I mean password and the phone number again, and we can send the user to main activity intent I equal to new intent. It's home activity dot this to main activity dot class, and we need to start the activity. Yeah, it's now fine. So let us now test our application, guys. I think it's being hanged. Let us wait for a moment. Otherwise, it will do something. Yeah, nothing is happening. So let us now test our application. Everything should work fine. I hope so. Holy shit, we have not initialized this button equal to find view by id or dot id dot button. Yeah, now it will work fine. I hope so. Just a miss. Otherwise, we need to recompile this project. We need to find each and every widgets. So it's now building. Let us just check everything is fine. Let us just go to login activity. Login activity, we have just initialized it, and we have got the value of it, and we are storing it this prevalent user phone key and user password key. And in main activity, what we have done is, if it is, yeah, we everything is fine, it should work fine. Let us just check it right now. Yeah, it's here. Holy shit, Yeah, super. What happened was error. Holy shit. It's main activity 71. What it is ordinal object reference. Start activity. Attempt to. Yeah, I think it's null. Instead of this, let us just change it. Phone is not equal to null. And if the password is not equal to null. Yeah, if the phone is pass equal not equal to null, and let us just check it again. If any error, let me continue in the next tutorial, guys. Let me just check it once and save. Maybe the same error can occur again. Let us just check it. Yeah, it's now success. Now let us check our app. Yeah, let us log in right now. The phone number is 1234 and the password is 123 and 4. Yeah, this is our password. Now we are going to check on this checkbox and we are logging in. Please wait while we are logging into your account. Logged in successfully. Now let us close the app and let us test it again if it is working fine or not. Just open this app. I think already logged in. Yeah, we have already logged in and it's logged in successfully. So our app is working perfect, guys. So we no need to worry about it. So if we click on this button, it will log out and everything will be destroyed and we need to log in again. Yeah, for time being, we can log in again. 1234. It's 11234. We have just made a mistake. It's now 1234. Let us log in successfully. Yeah, it's logged in. So that's it for this video, guys. We have completed the remember me feature. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it.